Hello, hello. How are you doing? I hope you're well. My name is Demi. So, welcome to my second channel. I've started this second channel because my spiritual court, mainly Archangel Metatron, was asking me to do a channel that is solely just psychic sit-down readings. So, we'll put a link to my playlist of my psychic sit-down readings that are from my previous channel, my first channel, which I will still be posting on. But this one, Metatron was saying he wants a whole channel that is just psychic sit-down readings. So, these readings will usually be channeled with Archangel Metatron, Archangel Michael, Jesus, Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, but different ascended masters will step forward and come through for these psychic sit-down readings. And they will be connected to spiritual guidance, like the spiritual path, ascension symptoms that collective may be going through right now. They're showing me like a wobble. So right now with the collective, we're all going through that bit of a wobble because the old foundations, obviously, they're crumbling, they're falling. More and more people are waking up and seeing this now and being like, what the hell is going on? But they're showing me a wobble in the foundations, which is what is going on right now. And those of you that have clicked on this reading, on this message, you would have noticed that. So Archangel Metatron just wants to start with a general message coming through, and then we're going to get into the messages that he was showing me in meditation. So we're going to start with an automatic writing poem. So what is going on within the collective? One poem, please, Spirit. Thank you. We have here: the world will never be the same again. This age has come to an explosive end. Prepare yourselves for the mountain's peak. Rise up, keep going. You were not born to be weak. Gather your tools and inner strength. Each new chapter will be an unpredictable length, with twists and turns, but magic too. Take heed on the predictions that come to you. Sincerely, Gaia. So this is already kind of like summing up the messages that were coming through when I was sitting in meditation with Archangel Metatron. But again, there's that confirmation when it comes to the wobbling of our foundations, when it comes to this realm, Mother Earth, this physical density. Everything is falling and people are seeing through it now. But a lot of people are feeling a bit wobbly within themselves, because again, this is not just happening when it comes to humanity in this realm. This is happening with every single human being on the planet. Your foundations within you are starting to crumble and fall, and particularly those foundations that weren't like rooted, they weren't in the ground properly. It all has to go, all has to go. You can't leave nothing, any mask, any facades that you were wearing, even when it comes to yourself, when you were looking in the mirror, and maybe you were like, it could be to do with like how you were dressing, how you were expressing yourself, how you were doing your hair. You were looking in the mirror and you were like, no, I don't feel like myself, or I want to change this, I want to change that. You're going to be making those changes now. And I'm being shown 555, so you could be seeing that number everywhere. Some of you could be waking up at 5:55 a.m. Maybe it's been happening for the past 3 nights, is what Metatron is saying. But your foundations within you are also going through a wobble. So those of you who are feeling a bit off, you could have been feeling a bit off for the last few days, is what he is saying. Some of you may have even had nausea. Fatigue is coming through, but it's more this nausea, and maybe you were feeling a bit like, it's like you're on a flight, you're on a plane, there's turbulence, and you're being rocked at every which way. You're like, oh my God, clinging on for dear life. And then that thing gets released, you know, that helps you breathe, the oxygen gets released. You're like there, like, oh my God, praying. It's not my time, it's not my time. That's coming through is significant. So you could feel like you're literally on a plane right now and there's a really bad turbulence, but you're about to get through it. Think of each time you've been on the plane, there has been bad turbulence. You were there like, oh my God, is this it? Is this my exit point? Is this how I leave this world? And then you were getting that message from the Spirit like, no, you're going to land safely. Just breathe through it. Just breathe through it. That's what's coming through now. You just need to breathe. So please do work on your breathing techniques. There's going to be like different practitioners and healers who do this sort of thing for free on YouTube, and sometimes some of these practitioners will go live and do like a healing session for their collective. That's coming forward as significant. So maybe you guys recently joined a live like that, or you're someone who will be doing this in the future, working with breath and teaching other people to breathe properly, which helps them to calm down their entire nervous system, but calm down their psyche. That's coming through as significant. But we're going to hop right into it. So the first message that was coming through, I was smelling cinnamon, but I was being shown a jar, like a spell jar. And some of you guys could be coming across like different videos, maybe on social media, or even dreaming of it like a sugar jar. But it could be like sugar within it, cinnamon, different leaves and different flowers that are connected to a sweetness, to help you bring in that sweetness into your life, that prosperity and better finances into your life. But some of you do need to do this, a sugar jar or a spell jar work for prosperity. That was coming through significant. What do you want to start with? This one here. But a lot of you, you'll be noticing that you'll be like dreaming of certain practices, and these can be practices that are connected to a different spiritual path that maybe you grew up in or that you walk right now, or it could be indigenous practices, but it will be connected to helping you when it comes to this material world, helping you with the money. They keep doing this in their spirit, like money, money, money. Now I'm hearing, gimme, gimme, gimme a man of the midnight. So maybe some of you guys have been doing this kind of spell work, not for love. You can't make somebody love you that doesn't love you. But doing this kind of spell work, again, he's pointing to you. It should always be connected to you. So helping you love yourself. That's connected to self-love, self-respect, but helping you feel more comfortable in your body. Because again, I was being shown someone look in the mirror and it's like you have a bit of body dysmorphia. Maybe you're not seeing yourself properly and you're realizing this. You're like, okay, let me do some spell work. Let me do an indigenous practice that's going to help me to step fully in my shell properly. I'm hearing know how to dress myself, like know how to dress myself, know how to do my hair in a way that makes me feel confident, because this physical vessel, this physical body is important. And sometimes you can be wearing like the same old clothes, and obviously clothes carry energy. They've got the same old energy, and they can have energy that is connected to bad luck. Or maybe it's even energy you were wearing that day, and someone could have broken your heart. Someone could have broken up with you, and you was wearing your favourite jeans that you still have. You could have been in an accident, and you was wearing that outfit, and you still have it, and you still wear it. It's going to have that energy attached to it. So some of you, Metatron wants you to sit down, go through your clothes, and do a spring clean. But do it properly. I keep been showing someone in front of a mirror, where you're putting on the outfits, and you're like, do you feel good in this? Do you feel a bit frumpy? If you're feeling frumpy, if it's making you feel like crap, but it's like, oh, it will do, it's comfortable. No, he's saying throw it out. Get rid of it, throw it out. Because when you make room, the new can come in, and then the resources and the money will come in, so you're able to like buy yourself, treat yourself to some new clothes. So what do the collective need to hear right now connected to the spell jar? But I kept being shown like a spell jar, a sugar jar. It is going to benefit a lot of you to do this. Some of you as well, you need to do an egg cleanse. So if you don't know what that is, to research an egg cleanse. It's an indigenous practice. I'm here in Santeria, but it's when you use an egg. You're also going to need a glass of water to crack the egg into. But you use the egg, you pull it all over your body from your crown to your feet, and you pray when you're doing it. And you're asking the egg to absorb any heavy negative energy, particularly any evil eye, any hate, any jealousy, any spell work against you, any psychic attacks. You're going to ask the egg to absorb this. When you're doing this, for some of you, the egg can even heat up. That can happen sometimes. I've done a few like egg cleanses in the past. And then you want to crack the egg into the water without, be careful not to break the yolk. And then it will start forming like different, it can sometimes have like bubbles on the top. It can have strings. It can have spikes within it. Sometimes it will have like a name, a letter, a number. It can have figures like faces. Sometimes it can have a skull. And that's going to represent any magic that was thrown at you. I'm hearing death magic with the skull. But any like jealousy or ill intentions that been sent your way, it's going to pull it all off and absorb it. And then you throw the egg and the water down the toilet. Usually before you do that, people will sprinkle salt on top. You can put pepper or like chili flakes, and then you flush it, you throw it down the drain. So that's coming through significant. A lot of you are going to be dreaming of certain spiritual practices that your spiritual court and your ancestors want you to reconnect to. Because Metatron is saying, don't be afraid, it's in your blood. Don't be afraid, it's in your blood. So your ancestors and your spiritual court are trying to help you reconnect with magic that you've practiced before in past lives, that you know that is tried and tested, so you know it's going to work for you. What else, Spirit? Pay attention to your dreams. What different deities and ascended masters are coming in your dreams? We have volcano, volatility. Because some of you have had crap thrown your way, and it's time now to return it, or to have it transmuted. For a lot of you, it's going to be returned. There's people that are sending crappy energy, and when they're aware and conscious that they're doing this, they need to learn. Even comes with like jealousy, which is like a human emotion. You can be jealous of what other people have, but you need to nip it in the bud. You need to be like, okay, why is this rising up within me? What am I jealous of? Like how, if it's a certain trait, a personality trait, like there's normally a mirror or a reflection of you holding that trait within yourself, but maybe you're repressing it. You don't show that side of you to the world, and you need to be doing that. And it's when it's like it goes unchecked when it comes to jealousy, that's when it becomes envy. And envy is a sin. Envy is connected more to demonic energy. You don't want it to grow to that level. That's very, very dangerous. We have here dawn, new beginnings, and that came out with ocean, ebb and flow. Yeah, he's really poising to the astral realm, to the dream state. So pay attention to what you're doing when you're sleeping, when you're traveling within the astral. A lot of you are going to be like professionals. You're pros now at writing down your dreams. You've mastered how to dream recall. He's saying to make sure you're paying attention, particularly to what different spirits are visiting you at this time. because they're working with you. They're already working with you in the 5D, but your spirit guides want you to ground this in the 3D. So there might be like a certain coloured candle you're dreaming of on a certain day of the week. There may be a certain prayer or petition that you're literally writing within the dream state. Your spirit guides want you to do this in the physical. It's going to help you when it comes to money, but when it comes to the sun, when it comes to this material realm. Some of you could be dreaming of the sun a lot. Oh yeah, I was also being shown a scene from Mary Poppins. Firstly, I was hearing chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim chiroo. Then I was being shown Mary Poppins. You know when she comes down from the sky and she's like holding on to the umbrella? That scene was coming through as significant. And then I was being shown Mary Poppins' bag. You know her bag, she's pulling like every single like thing out of it, like a bite coming out of it. All these different things coming out of the bag that shouldn't be able to be in the bag. And the kids are there like looking in the bag like, what? How is she putting all this stuff out? But Archangel Metatron was saying like every single, well, most human beings, you have a soul. Those who have a soul, your soul has a blueprint, right? But then your human side, that also has a particular design and a blueprint. And you have a bag that is connected to your soul, that is connected to your human side, a bag of goodies, he's calling it, spiritual goodies, and also spiritual tools. It's time for a lot of you now to be tapping into that Mary Poppins bag that you do carry. Some of you could even be dreaming of bags. You may be dreaming of money, like maybe you're opening a bag and there's different gifts in there and there's coins in there, there's money in there. That's coming through as significant for someone. But he's wanting you to tap into that Mary Poppins bag. So let's get some messages onto how to do that. He keeps pointing to the jar again, to the spell work, the indigenous practices that you know you're being called to tap into. Maybe some of you are afraid because you haven't done this before, or you were raised in like a religious religious doctrine. But he's saying, how could it ever be demonic when you're using flowers, when you're using herbs, when you're working with earth? How could that ever be demonic? Do you know what I mean? And when you're working with spirits, make sure you have a name and address. You know the energy of that spirit guide. Thank you. We have here star being healing codes, important information, wounds are healed, recharging. That has flown out with halls of learning, spirit guides, confirmation, great lessons. Yet you see this, that's the Akashic records. And often when you're dreaming, when you're in the astral, you're traveling to your Akashic records to check in. I'm hearing to like check in. There's going to be a certain spirit guide that always like is there with you when you get to the gate of your Akashic records and when you walk in. It's kind of given like a librarian in the spirit world, and they're like, their aura is pure gold. That's coming through is significant, very, very shiny. That's what's going to help some of you getting an Akashic records reading by a reader who specializes in that. Past life regression could also help you at this time to remember what you were supposed to be doing at this time, because I feel like a lot of you already know what your calling is, or you have an inkling. You've already done the first few steps of stepping into your destiny, your mission, but some of you need a bit of prompting to help you remember what you were supposed to be doing at this moment in time when the foundations were collapsing. Because you know that you're supposed to be here to do something. But obviously when we come into this density, like when he was showing me Mary Poppins with the umbrella and she was like coming down into this earthly realm, into this density from the heavens above, you forget. Pointing to this, some of you could even have like a vision or remembrance of your birth, of when you were being born. And some of you may have trauma from your birth. It could be trauma that was kind of like passed onto you from your mother during your birth. That's coming through as significant. I'm hearing like your bio mother. So some of you guys may have been like adopted or fostered. But there's trauma that you're releasing right now that is connected to your bloodline, to your biological mother, to your birth mother. That's coming through as significant for somebody. You're remembering your roots, your starseed roots, but also your earthly roots. You need to know both. Your soul has roots, you all come from a source, and your human side has roots, you all come from a source, but you don't all come from the same source and roots. So what are yours, is what Metatron is saying. Ask yourself these questions. It's time for the healer to rise. It is time for the healer to rise, because a lot of you have quantum healing abilities and shamanic abilities that are going to start awakening. Some of you could be like Christian by day, something like that, and then practice like shamanism or like hoodoo on the side or at night, and maybe you don't share that side of yourself to everybody else. You don't need to. As long as you are coming home to yourself, that's all that matters, as long as you are healing. But then if your calling includes you being of service to other people, at some point you're going to have to step forward and be like, hey world, this is me This is the secret side that I've always hidden from people. We got the Ace of Wands. So this is that passion. This is that movement. There's going to be a lot of creativity that will be awakening from you guys right now. Those of you who've been thinking about getting on social media and starting your own channels, like I'm starting this second channel here, some of you are going to dream of the name. Because they're bringing up like what happened with me. I was asking the Most High God. I had a few different names of what I wanted to call my first channel, which is Celestial Waters. I had a few different names. And then I dreamt of Celestial Waters. I didn't have that written down. I was asking the Most High God, can you speak to me through the dream? What should I call my YouTube channel? And I had a dream. It was called Celestial Waters. I saw my logo, which I then created a bit further down the line, which is a shell. And then I saw like people commenting on my readings on my channel. That was coming through as significant. So some of you guys are going to be dreaming of what you will be doing in the future. Some of you are going to be working with children. You're here for the youth. They're putting Lauryn Hill in my mind. Her first album is coming through as significant. Lauryn Hill. I'm hearing X Factor, X Factor. But some of you guys will be working with children and like pushing children to not be afraid to go after their dreams and believe they actually can. Believe they can achieve something. What else, Spirit? Maybe you'll be a healer who just specializes in children. In the quantum healing of children. You could also be like a medium, a reader who specializes in doing readings that are for children, particularly children who have lost parents or children who have been through like specific abuse. That's all coming through significant. I keep hearing, I'm here for the youth, I'm here for the youth, and it's coming for you, from you. That's way too many. One at a time, please, Spirit. You could be seeing crabs everywhere. Something about crabs coming through significant. You may be a Cancer sign, or you hold this energy like within your energy field, within your personality. We have the 8 of Cups and we have the Fool. There is a powerful new beginning that is coming in for you, but you do need to give yourself a bit of help, which is why these different like spiritual practices and indigenous practices are coming through. They're there to help you. It's not just like the medicine that is carried in Mother Earth. It's not just medicine for misalignments that we have to treat our physical bodies that are carried within Mother Earth. It's also spiritual tools which are carried in Mother Earth. There's a life force energy within herbs, within plants. Use them. Metatron is saying use them. Remember how. You're about to have remembrance. It's just going to like kind of come over you. We have here the 6 of Cups, and that has come out with the Empress. You can't make this stuff up. And a lot of you are going to be coming into contact with your soul family, with your spiritual family. You may be invited to go on a trip. It could be connected to a spiritual retreat. And you may be connected to these people. For some of you, literally through a live, through like joining different groups online, different communities, different sacred spaces online is how some of you are going to connect with your soul family. You may be like dreaming of or seeing the crowns everywhere. Spirit are pointing to the crown here on the cat. But this is the thing. You've risen yourself up and got yourself to a certain frequency where you've claimed your crown. You've claimed your anointing. You've claimed your divinity. Some of you might have a cat. They show me those videos that kind of go viral of this woman and her cat, and she's always like running around and dancing and doing shows for her cat, and her cat's just there staring at her like, what's wrong with you, woman? But some of you could have that kind of connection with animals, and particularly with your cat. I can smell cinnamon again. Like a cinnamon pretzel was coming through significant. Jeez. Taking this one, the only one that's facing up. We have here Mary Magdalene, the apostle to the apostles. I am the bridge between heaven and earth. I am fully human and fully divine. The egg. Some of you need to do an egg cleanse to pull any crap from your aura. And it's going to leave you like this. You're going to be glowing after. You'll feel instantly lighter after. So do research it. And watch videos of other people who like practitioners who specialize in doing an egg cleanse, or they'll show you how to do it, and then they'll show you how to interpret and read your egg cleanse. But that's coming through as significant for someone. And when it comes to eggs are connected to Mother Earth herself. You have like the egg, you have the shell, you have the what's it called, the white bit, and then you have the yolk, you have the center, and it's the same with the earth. You have the mantle, you have the crust, you have the core. So that's what the egg represents, this earthly realm, but it represents creation, it represents life itself. It's connected to the womb, it's connected to ovaries. And a lot of you are about to be going through a powerful rebirth, which is why that message was coming through at the beginning. Breathe through it, breathe through it. Mary Magdalene is going to be stepping forward to work with a lot of you right now. Her sacred flame energy and that dragon energy, that feistiness, is awakening within humanity. So like a lot of people or groups of people or certain countries who have like kind of like this passiveness, who are known to be a bit like passive, you're going to notice that these people in these countries are going to start standing up and be like, no, enough is enough. There's going to be a lot of powerful changes that are happening all over the world, but sometimes at first this is going to look like chaos and it's going to look like war. The spiritual warfare is now bleeding into the physical. This is why you need that goodie bag that you hold in the spirit. This is why you need your spiritual tools that you hold when it comes to your soul's blueprint and your human design. One more card, please, Spirit. Okay, we got 2. Our Lady of Guadalupe, the Empress of Protection. I am safe and divinely protected. I am held in love at all times. Again, she's given the energy of that Mother Mary and Mary Magdalene energy, of the saint, of the woman, the Empress energy. So your protection right now is going to be leaning into your feminine energy that you hold within yourself. Working with that rose healing energy, being graceful, being nurturing towards you, that self-love towards you. And again, some of you, that's like what you do when it comes to your spell work or any magic you practice. You do it and you focus on yourself and pouring into you more and healing you and pulling yourself up to a higher vibration. You see all these stars that are on her cloaking here. A lot of you have been hidden for years when it comes to your love life, but when it comes to opportunity, you've been hidden because you had to do the work first. You had to awaken first. You had to remember who you were. And now God can put you in the spotlight. Now you can be seen. Now this shiny energy is going to be returning to you because you claimed it back. You called your power back. So a lot of people are going to be pushed out into the spotlight and become that new celebrity. You see the crown is coming through significant again. Spirit pointing to the crown. It's your crowning. You know, like with the royal family, they have the coronation, the crowning. It's your coronation, it's your crowning. You may be seeing roses everywhere, which are connected to that divine feminine energy. But the rose could be a flower or an essence that Spirit want you to work with. We have Catherine Labour, the patroness of miraculous healing. I am ready to heal. I am worthy of the miracles meant for me. You see here, she's pointing and she's holding like, it's got Mother Mary within it. I'm telling you, a lot of you are very powerful healers. And the key, the remembrance, the catalyst is going to be triggered by you delving into your Akashic records more or getting an Akashic reading done. You're a very, very powerful healer. And a lot of you are going to be working with children or working with women, working with the womb, with fertility issues. You could be like at your core, at your blueprint on a soul level, like a doula. And when they're saying doula, it's not always just connected to childbirth. It's connected to helping other people to get through their birth, to get through their spiritual awakening, to get through their ego death, helping people to breathe properly. That keeps coming through. Some of you have, most of you watching this, you're going to have very, very alluring, beautiful eyes. But there's going to be a feature on your face that's going to be like the most alluring. Maybe it's going to be like a favourite feature of yours. For most of you, it's going to be your eyes. Because obviously the eyes are the window to the soul. It doesn't matter the colour, but she has like really piercing blue eyes here. Some of you may be choosing to wear like brighter lipsticks. There's something about your physicality that you will be changing in how you express yourself. Maybe some of you will be covering up more. Choosing to wear like more baggy, more flowy stuff. Some of you could be choosing to wear tighter clothes and show off your figure more. It's going to be different for everyone. And being shown like a tight top or like a man's like muscles bulging through. So some of you could be working on like bulking, on like gaining weight. The last message that was coming through from Archangel Metatron was past life clearance. He was talking about and saying pay attention to marks and rashes that are just appearing on your body out of nowhere, because this is connected to past life wounds that are coming to the surface that are ready for you to now let go of. And some of you could literally have, like, let's say in a past life you were hung or you had your throat kind of like slashed and you passed away that way. You could have a huge like rash or mark that could come up on your neck, is that sort of thing. Some of you could have a rash or something, a patch that comes up on your back where you were like stabbed in the back, and that's something you need to deal with from a past life. But he's saying pay attention to the marks, and particularly like rashes that will be coming up at this time. Let's get more on that, please, Metatron. But the way you're about to be glowing, I'm hearing holy supernova. The way you're about to be glowing is mental. A lot of people are going to be staring at you. Particularly like others who are ready to awaken as well. They're going to be staring at you because they're seeing something in you. There's also within them that's been lying latent, that's ready now to come to the surface. We have here calcination, dark night of the soul. Just cover that bit here. This is given like a temperance card vibe. But that's the thing. You came here to be the change. You came here to be the balancer, I am hearing. I'm hearing lyrics from a song by Akala. It's called Zonzu, but the lyrics coming through are, it's the occult in its element. We've come to be levelers. It's the occult in its element. We've come to be levelers. Something like that. I'll put it in the description, but that song from Akala is coming through is significant. But you came down to earth to reclaim who you are, to shine bright, to set it all on fire. Everything that isn't working here anymore, you came here to set it on fire and to help humanity to walk into that new dawn. Some of you may have recently got new braids done. You could have got goddess locks. You could have got twists. That's coming through as significant. Or you need to do that. Like, do your hair in a way that's going to make you feel more confident. And that includes you men. Like, dress and do your hair in a way that makes you feel good, that makes you feel confident. Some of you guys love smelling good. You're always looking for a new scent, a new perfume that nobody else has. And you kind of like gatekeep it. You don't tell anybody else what scent you're wearing, because then they're going to go buy it and copy you. That's coming through as significant. Maybe you recently bought a perfume that was in like a gold bottle. It could have been some sort of oud. Some of you might be 33. You're seeing that number everywhere. We also have here Queen Jezebel, Magnetic Royal Witch. This is the thing when it comes to healers. Some people call healers witches. You know, those women who were connected to Mother Earth, who knew how to heal, who are very, very intuitive. Again, with the crown. You are anointed, you are chosen because you've, that's how you see yourself, as anointed, but you've risen up, you've healed. The crown is coming through very strongly, so you will be seeing this sign, this omen everywhere. Some of you might literally see it in the sky, in the clouds. But this is the thing, some people are quick to call someone a witch because they walk a certain spiritual path, or they have certain gifts that they don't understand. Normally because they were raised in some sort of like religious doctrine. And they were told like to have this sort of gift, that's demonic. How could a healing ability be demonic? Wait, we're not going to get into that right now, but you know what I mean? It's just when people don't have that awareness, they don't understand. But human beings being supernatural, that's very, very natural. And that's very of God. That's of the Most High. That's of the Holy Spirit. Look what Jesus was doing. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. Look at the miracles that Jesus was performing and doing. Some of you may have been up against the Jezebel spirit. And a lot of you have blocks connected to your throat chakra, and that's what you've been working on and clearing, stepping into your truth more, using your voice more, because this is how you clear the throat. Use your voice. It's not just about your voice as well. Like, a lot of you are going to have automatic writing abilities, so writing as well, that will help you to heal your throat chakra. Particularly at first, if your throat's really, really bad, you don't want to tell people traumas you've been through in this life. Writing them down can help as well. Writing them down and then burning them to release them. Some of you could be drawn to wearing the colour blue because they're pointing at her dress. But be prepared to like completely change how you're going to be dressed and how you're going to be looking to reflect this rebirth, this new version of yourself. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing with like rebranding you. We have here Peter, denial and weakness. The number 7 could be significant. Where you've had like rejections and where you've had no's. A lot of these people are about to be kicking themselves. I'm hearing that from someone. There's someone, you could have literally gone up to someone who you thought was attractive, or like tried to ask them for their number, and they could have literally done that. Given that catty, bitchy kind of energy, like put their hand in their face or been like, ew, no. That's coming through significant. But people that said no to you or rejected you, put their hand up to you like this, they're about to be kicking themselves. That's coming through significant for someone. One more card, please, Spirit. Some of you may have recently had like a palm reading done. Maybe you've been trying to like read your own palms. We have here miracles manifest and believe, because this is the thing, like our physical design and the different markings and lines that we have on our body, our fingerprint, any beauty marks, any freckles that you do have. These are all connected to who you are. They're a map, they're a blueprint of who you are and what you came here to do. This is what is coming in for you, miracles, magic, and that's what you've been preparing for. This is what you've been opening yourself up to believe in again, to believing in miracles. Because they do happen. They happen every single day. But people get comfortable with the bad things happening. With sod to law. With things going wrong. People get more comfortable with that. So it can be hard to break away from that and then open yourself up to the light. But that's what a lot of you guys have been doing. You may have recently been changing your diet. Could have recently done a cleanse. Some sort of parasite cleanse. Others of you may be indulging more. Maybe you've been doing all of that, the parasite cleansing, the juicing, the fasting, and now recently you're kind of letting yourself indulge more. You're letting yourself have a treat, have some sugar, have some carbs, that sort of thing. Listen to your body. It has its own language. It's always going to tell you what you need more of and what you need less of. What else, Metatron, needs to be coming through in this reading here today? We have planning, setting intentions, optimism. Seeds that you sowed, for some of you 7 years ago, are about to be sprouting. Your spiritual harvest is coming in. Your flowers are coming in. And a lot of you have been hearing that for the past 7 years. But it feels different this time. You may have got your hopes up in the past. But they were still calm. You had to be clearing. And remember, we are in a spiritual warfare. And we've been at the peak. So there's a lot going on in the 5D. But you've really and truly been going within to activate your clairvoyance and that remembrance of who you are and why you came here. Keep asking yourself these questions. Ask your higher self. We have mortar and pestle, integration, subtly, thoroughness. You see this? Some of you need to be working with plants, with flowers, with herbs. And like being shown a botanica, like a storefront, a botanica coming through is significant. So you could be going and getting certain powders that you need. It could also be salt that you put around your home or a certain room within your home to cleanse the home and protect it. Others of you may be like making what you need to anoint your own fixed candle. That's also coming through is significant. But at the beginning of the reading, I was being shown like a spell jar, like a sugar jar coming through is significant. You may have recently purchased a book that teaches you about different flowers, different herbs, what they can be used for, particularly when it comes to like health issues, but also when it comes to spirituality, helping you to manifest. I'm going to break this deck up because it's big. Okay, what else does the collective need to hear? We have broom, new home, new attitude. Some of you may have recently done a spring clean, or this is like your spring cleaning season because you know the new wants to come in now. It's about to be coming in. That's why that message was coming through. So again, go for your stuff, go for your clothes. Anything that doesn't make you feel on top of the world, get rid of it. You don't need it. We're going to start closing out the message. What else needs to come through? Thanking you. We have here dog, close up, pleasure with a close friend, and that came out with rainbow. The most difficult part of the situation is over. You're about to be meeting someone very, very significant. This is going to be both platonic and romantic. But this is your soul family, your soul tribe. It's a sister, a brother, a parent, an uncle, an aunt, a cousin, whatever, your own child, but on the spiritual level. Some of you are going to be dreaming or having a spiritual experience with Archangel Michael. He's just stepped forward. But you may be dreaming or seeing rainbows everywhere because this is what you're walking towards, this gateway, this rainbow gateway where your blessings and your spiritual inheritance are actually here in the physical, which is why a lot of you guys are being asked to tap into the magic that is held within your DNA, the practices that your ancestors were doing, because that's going to help you just to push yourself to that higher timeline. It's going to help these manifestations to come in, actually be here in the physical where they're tangible and you can touch them. Because a lot of you are sensing them, you're feeling them, they're already there in the 5D. And a lot of you, this is going to be connected to like people, true family, true friends, your divine counterpart. Anything else, Spirit? Right. So that's all the messages coming in. I do hope that resonated with somebody out there. And I'll see you in the next Psychic Sit Down.